Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shauna and I have 4 kids ranging from 2 years old all the way up until 19. I currently homeschool 2 of them, my 6 and 9-year-old. And today we are going to talk about how to survive teaching multiple kids, multiple ages and grades, and all of the things in between, as well as some tips for keeping the little ones entertained while we homeschool the older ones. So I do want to mention before we start this video that it is a collaboration hosted by Nikki from Homeschoolology. So I'm going to link her channel and the playlist down below. Make sure you check it out once you're done with this video and see all of the wonderful tips from the other moms who are taking part of this collaboration. All right, so my first tip is group subjects together. Group as much as you possibly can together with your children. It will not only save you sanity, it will save you so much time. So personally, I found that it is the most easiest to group my children in Bible, history, science, and geography. And then they have their own independent language arts and math curriculums. And so grouping subjects together, like it has changed the game for us. It has made life so much easier, you guys. So group what you can together. Next, have your older kids help you with your toddlers while you focus on helping one child. This can be, them just taking care of the toddler and playing games with them, or you can even design some kind of schooling for your older child to do with your younger child. And this can also create so many benefits because your older child gets to really step into becoming the teacher and helping with your little one and, developing a sense of responsibility and learning how to serve your family. And this is it creates its very own benefits with having them help. Next, you guys, if you've been around for a while, you know that I really don't like my kids watching too much TV. And that's not to say TV's the spawn of Satan, or that, if you watch a lot of TV, then you're just terrible. That's not me saying that at all. This is just me saying that personally, I have found that for our family, too much TV time does not work. My children, they start to get whinier and crankier with each other, and it just isn't enjoyable when there's too much. However, I do love a good movie for my toddler because in the mornings, during our morning time routine, I'll pull out our morning basket, and in that we do our Bible study and our read aloud. And so putting on a movie for him that he'll sit through helps to keep him, in one spot safely because he's my wild child while we can do our group Bible work together and then even read aloud a book and then jump into our other subjects. So once that movie is done, that's when I have one of my older children help him or play with him while we jump into language arts and math. And then they trade off so then I can help the other child who's not playing with the toddler. Which leads me into my next tip, which is to develop a good routine. And when I say good routine, I do not mean a perfect routine. I just mean some type of consistent routine that you and your children can get in the groove of and know what to expect. So like I said, in the mornings, I'll put on a movie for my toddler so we can get our morning basket done. Then by that time, one of my children is ready to help play with the toddler while I help the other child do their math and language arts. And then we flip-flop. And then by the time we flip-flop, my toddler is usually ready to go down for a nap. And during his nap, we will try to knock out history and science. But this is not a perfect schedule. Is it what happens most of the days? Yes, but there are some days where my toddler will wake up after 30 minutes and not want to go back down for a nap. And then I have to be flexible in how we complete the rest of our curriculum. So make sure that you do your best to develop a routine, but don't look at these moms on Instagram and YouTube and think, oh, they say that their toddler just sleeps for 3 hours in the afternoon and their life is perfect and I can't get my toddler to sleep that long. I can't get my toddler to sleep that long either. I'm on the struggle bus with you as well. So don't you know, get caught in the comparison game and then just get down on yourself like, oh, why won't my toddler sleep? You guys, this channel is going to be the part of YouTube where you know that, you know, there's imperfect mothers and mothers who are doing their very best, but they struggle right along with you if you are one of the ones who are struggling. You know, I really don't understand the people who are like, oh yeah, my toddler just sleeps magically and then we get all of our curriculum done. I'm so like happy for them, but that is not my life. And if that's not your life either, then know that you're not alone, and that yes, some days it is a struggle, but there are blessings in the struggle. The next one, outsource. Places, websites like Outschool, they can be a wonderful addition into your homeschool during very busy seasons, during very hard seasons, maybe seasons of postpartum and things like that, where you can outsource some classes so you don't have to take on all of the teaching, and then you can dedicate that extra time to your little ones. I know that sometimes it can feel very humbling as a mother because we're so focused on teaching the older ones what they have to know that we feel like we're kind of failing the little ones in a way. So if you can, then outsource. My son has taken quite a few classes on Outschool for art and things like that, and he's really enjoyed them. And then that frees up some of my time to help my little one or read to him and things like that. The next tip, teach your older ones to work independently. One of my goals at the beginning of last year was that my son, my then third grader, would learn how to start working independently, because I knew that that would be not only like a needed skill for him, but it would be a very needed skill for me as well. And so, you know, I didn't just wake up one day and say, okay, we're going to start working independently, and then he was off on his own the next day. We spent that whole year just focusing on building his confidence and teaching him, you know, how to work independently, and that he can do things, and that I would never give him things to work on by himself that he doesn't know how to do. So I would never give him this brand new lesson with all of these brand new skills that he needed to learn and just say, okay, go try to figure it out. Eventually I will get there as he gets older, but just age and grade wise, you know, make it appropriate is what I'm saying, and give it time, you know. So in the beginning of last year, I would work with him quite a bit, and then we started transitioning to, okay, I think you can do this on your own. I would give him a little refresher of what it was, and then he would go and do it. And then towards the end of the year, he was doing a lot of the things on his own that he already knew. And a lot of why that worked was because all throughout the year, I was also building his confidence. So I was telling him, you know, you're really good at this. You're really smart in this area. You take to things quickly, you know, and just kind of giving that foundation of like building his confidence so he knows that he can do things on his own, and that if he found something that he couldn't do, it was no big deal. Just skip it, do the things that you can do on that page or in that lesson on your own, and then bring me everything that you're struggling with when you're done. And that helped a lot. And the last tip is strive for grace instead of perfection. So if you're incorporating new tips and tricks that you learned today from either my video or one of the other mamas' videos, be grace-filled with yourself. Whether things work or don't work, don't take yourself too seriously. If you have your own tips, leave them down in the comments. I would love to hear them. I'm sure some of the other viewers would love to get some more tips that have helped other moms in this season of life and in this homeschool journey. Don't forget to check out the playlist and Nikki's channel. I am so excited to see what other tips I can find from some of the other moms. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you again later. Bye.